Today, when people disagree with somebody else, it's a whole different story. And it may be that just from my generation, I wasn't around when John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King Jr. were assassinated. And I know that happened. I read about that in school, and many of you have as well. But in my lifetime, I've not seen much of that. But we saw last summer, I was on a mission trip with a bunch of our kids here, an attempted assassination of President Trump. On December 4 of 2024, CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, husband and a father, was murdered right outside of the Hilton Hotel in Manhattan. And that caught my attention because people celebrated that. And I thought, what in the world? Who celebrates a murder? June 14, 2025, Melissa Hortman, Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives, and her husband were assassinated by a gunman posing as a police officer right at their front door of their house. What in the world? And unless you've been living under a rock somewhere without internet, you know that 10 days ago, Charlie Kirk was murdered at a university in Utah. And this one was especially raw because all of America saw it. Honestly, it made me sick to my stomach to see someone get murdered and die right there on a screen of my phone. Heartbreaking when anybody dies. Bit of a touchy topic these days, but I'll say that I appreciated Charlie Kirk's take on abortion, on marriage, and most recently on the Sabbath. And anytime there's an opportunity to bring up things like those that I believe are biblical truths, I'm happy to see those come to the spotlight in whatever form they are to bring to what the Bible teaches about these things. Now, in the last 10 days, I don't know that I've ever been more disappointed in humanity in my life. The response to someone losing their life, I have imagined that anybody would celebrate it to the point that some Americans did, even calling for more people to be killed, calling for his wife and children to be murdered. I thought to myself this last week, what have we become as a country? Teachers celebrating a school shooting. I just can't wrap my head around that.